Hello everybody, my name is Ito. I'm really happy to bring you Ambush versus the Lyngby Vikings. A best of 3 for the ESEA Advanced Season 32 Europe. Losers semifinals here, so a lot on the line here. The team to lose this will be knocked out of ESEA Advanced contention to get that championship title, and it's going to be starting off with a bang here as you see 4 members, excuse me, of Lyngby Knights are just immediately going to be rushing down to the B site through Secret here. Bird from Sky, one of the players to watch here, immediately going to find that first frag, but all the action is happening over towards B, or I'm going to change my mind here because it's actually going to go through vents where Cabby is going to find a kill. Taken down will be CK, pulling off some intense magic for right now. Actually, the retake is gorgeous so far, as CK and Fesser both combine to find all the frags that they need. Bomb is planted by Dafu, but now he needs to hold off the entire cavalry of the CTs, and he's done a good job, but it's not good enough. Rawls, way to start things off crazy here. We'll eventually get that defuse off, but not without a massive scare for Ambush. The fact that, though, the Lyngby Knights, or sorry, Lyngby Vikings, not Knights, made it so close is really interesting in its own way as well, though, because the fact that, I mean, considering they were at such a heavy advantage for such a long time, they got bombed down, plus they only had, or plus the CTs only had one player remaining at the end of that. I mean, down from a 1-on-3, that's pretty good. About as close as you can get to winning a round without actually winning it. We see Lyngby Vikings are going to go ahead, switch things up. Round number 2 here. Instead of going quick down Secret, they're just going to go ahead and slowly take this outside control, with Dafu leading the charge with an SG in hand here. Barry spamming over towards that far vent. Veteran player. Definitely impressive one at that. Peeking through Mini. Barry isn't watching, and he's going to lose his life. A punishment, perhaps, for not having a teammate watch his back there. Dafu will get another kill entering into the site. Lyngby Vikings are all over the A site now. Fesser will upgrade slightly to Famas here, but coming in from behind will be Refresh, who causes a little bit of chaos, but eventually is traded out, leaving it up to Fesser, as I mentioned before, in a 1-on-2. We'll choose to upgrade again, this time to an M4, up from a FAMAS, but the T's are already down onto the B bomb site. Sky will quickly flank around the vents, take care of Fesser before he's able to become a problem later on, and Lyngby Vikings, they're going to win that force up. About as nice as the second round as he possibly could have gotten here. Really the only problem there was Refresh. Again, one of the players to watch here. He caused a little bit of chaos on the A site here, but after the T's decide to go back down to the vents over to the B site, things seem to work out just fine. From Ambush here, they're going to be forcing up a little bit here. Lots of armor, lots of deagles, but the T's want no part of that. Lyngby Vikings will just quickly go down to the B site, try to get that bomb planted. Their only problem will be Barry, who's waiting, but Dafu with an insane response skill will go ahead, take care of all the problems on the B site, allowing them to have a most likely free bomb plant. Refresh will be their next problem, though, as he's trying to scout with his scout. Won't find anything here. Eventually it'll be down to CK, 1-on-4. And really, I would imagine, if anything, he's just going to try to go for some exit frags. If he can get any guns out of the hands of out of the Vikings, rather, that'd be good news for them. But considering some of the spots that these T's are holding, that might be a hard task. In particular, wants to go ahead, take care of CK. But no such response. He'll be greeted by multiple terrorists if they want to choose to chase him down. Dafu and Twinix are both low on HP, so they have to be a little bit scared of this. And, well, it's almost a third player getting lit up. But unfortunately, it's not enough to convert into a kill, so that is going to be another one on the board for Lyngby Vikings. Not seeming to struggle too much on that force buy from Ambush, and since they didn't really get much going there, it's going to be a pretty stunted 4th round buy for the CT side. You see Barry is the only one really having any sort of investment into this. A $300 grenade is pretty much all that the CTs have to work with here, so anything that they would get would be a net positive for them here. You see few players going down Secret early here. That's the rotations, and that's the adjustment that you see from Ambush. Already pretty impressive. It's quick responses like that might end up hurting the Lyngby Vikings here, but I don't think they're convinced. They're just going to choose to go at the inner site, the upper site. CTs will soon learn this. Ambush. They're at the wrong site completely here. If they were only a few feet up, maybe they'd have a chance to do this. But now it's a 5 versus 5 retake. USPs versus Mac 10 in particular. Cabby is one I'm interested in. He could definitely build up a lot of money. Carlson, this is a CT favored map, and I believe it is a pick of the Lyngby Vikings, if I'm correct, since they are the lower ranked seed. And that's what I'm talking about. It's a nice field day for Cabby as he picks up 2. The rest will be cleaned up by TwinX and Dafu. 2 frags apiece for both Cabby and TwinX. So they're looking good. Welcome in, Eckerman. Next round here, CTs will finally be able to piece a bye together, excuse me, and maybe this could be the changing of the seasons for them here. They've struggled for these first few rounds, only gathering together that pistol. Everything else hasn't exactly worked out in their favor. Brawls with some early spam over towards stores, doesn't find anything. Cabby's actually going to be coming in from behind. An immediate push coming out from Matiz is end up going to cause quite a few trades, but eventually it will go in favor of the T side, who will have only 1 player left on ambush to try to deal with this entire push from the Lyngby Vikings, but no such chance. That was a very quick round here, and I love that change of pace from the Vikings. That is absolutely, that's perfect. In all honesty, that's exactly what you want to see, because that was a round, that was the gun round from ambush here. Like, that should be a round where theoretically they are favored, just because nature of the CT side, but the fact that they brought up the pace so quickly, such a good adjustment by them, and ends up bearing some fruits that they need. And not the berries that they need, it seems. Cabby is going to go down, or excuse me, is going to take down 1. Everyone else chiming in for a kill, it seems. Barry will be the only one so far to find a kill here, but it's a 2-on-4 here. Refresh and Barry next to each other. I think Cabby knows exactly what's going on here. He might be able to find 2 more kills and stack and line his pockets rather, even a little bit more. But the Vikings are playing this safe here. You see that they're not really extending too much for kills here. You see Bird from Sky is looking around towards Radio and Secret, but they aren't exactly looking for kills too aggressively yet. Barry is perfectly content with his AK and will gladly back up. Refresh, though, he's a little bit hungrier for more, though. He wants one of those AKs that the Vikings still have in their hands. It would be a very nice gift indeed if they were able to retrieve it. Bomb will detonate. Just like that, the round's over here. Ambush. Force buy wasn't exactly working out for them. And as you see, they're going to be, I mean, I'm guessing that's ambush. We can't exactly see which team is calling the pause here. But they are going to be calling a tactical pause, most likely. Talk about things. Figure out what's going wrong here. Because that last gun round that came out from ambush here, they just got completely, I mean, no pun intended, but they got ambushed by the Vikings onto that A site. It was an immediate push. You know, there was Cabby pushing out from outside into that mini. Completely caught some of these players off guard. Maybe getting an op in the hands of Barry will be a good adjustment for them, but I think outside control will be absolutely necessary for them because Vikings are looking very, very good on this T side, and honestly, they don't need many more rounds to not only win this half, but put up a formidable, you know, offense in the first place, making it tough for Ambush to come back. But really, it can only start getting out of control the more and more rounds that Ambush lose here. That loss bonus is in full effect. Now allows Ambush to have many more buys to come. Refresh immediately force it to a tough position and unfortunately loses that gunfight to Cabby, who will soon upgrade to an AK up from that Mac 10 that he had before. So already off to a terrible start from Ambush here as they drop one of the most notable players. Luckily Barry will strike back, a kill of his own, but Rawls, he's a player to watch here because he's holding down Secret and finds 2 just perfectly. Soon to be a 3rd possibly if TwinX were to peek into his crosshairs here. It's a 3 versus 2. Good response from TwinX though to make it into a 2-on-2. It's an even situation, and now Ambush, they should be favored for this gun round here. Things have immediately started slowing down though, and Fesser will still strike back with a kill nonetheless. So at this point, this is almost a given for Ambush here. It's a 2-on-1, and TwinX has pretty much all the tools that he could hope for to try to deal with this clutch. He has plenty of time if he wants to go upper or lower. He can get the bomb down to a safe location. which he'll do. Twinx, he's not exactly sure of where these positions from the retake will be from the CTs, and unfortunately, either way he looks seems to be the wrong one. It's good crossfire from Ambush. It rewards them their second round. Have to respect it though. Ambush played that a lot slower, and despite going down a player super early on, I feel like they had, some very important frags in particular from Rawls over there in Secret. Even though he unfortunately wasn't able to find a third, it completely denied that that secret control rather from the Lyngby Vikings, and really he was the MVP of that round for me. Round number 8, both teams will be able to buy up pretty healthily into this one. You see Refresh is going outside with Barry, who will actually choose to change his position. Refresh is only holding outer with an AUG. And there it is. A very passive op setup from Barry here. They're definitely respecting this aggression that the Lyngby Vikings are bringing to the table. That's really important here, considering you want to try to piece together a very strong CT half, considering how CT-sided this map is. Barry searching for one on top of red box and gets it. Perfect timing by him. And a nice shot as well. Refresh, again watching for this mini push here. Isn't startled by the nades whatsoever here. Bomb is slowly making its way towards Secret, but they might be in trouble here. Refresh is not watching the angle though, nor is Barry. So this could actually possibly allow them to get some outer control here. They're still going to be safe though. They're going to put down all the smokes that they possibly need to get into Secret without any trouble. So at the very least, they'll have that going for them. See, the Lyngby Vikings are waiting. They cross that scary gap, but Refresh hears a lot of noise right now, and Fesser, he's going to be perfectly in tune with this push here, ready to deal with it. He's holding behind the site right now. Fesser eating quite a bit of spam damage from that single door. That is so smart from Dafu, and actually it's going to go ahead and yield them a kill. So back to a 4-on-4 here. Lyngby Vikings might have actually just found a lifeline back into this round thanks to some of the heroics of Dafu in particular. Another kill as well. Makes this retake a lot harder. Now for Ambush here, Rawls is the only one to get a kill. It's a 3-on-2. This is a very tough situation for Lyngby Vikings. Made a bit easier by Refresh finding that first kill, make it a second. And now it's a 2-on-1. Just like that, the advantage is completely dissipated from the T's, leaving it up to Cabby alone. First shot goes through, and it's right on the mark. Refresh goes down. Up to Rawls here. He's been very good so far this game, but not good enough. Cabby will come out on top of that one, sitting at 14-5. Incredible game so far from him, and what a triple as well. Really, it's that sort of thing that you have to respect. I feel like Cabby has been just a massive pain in the side of Ambush so far. You've seen that he's been going for a lot of these aggressive pushes over towards Mini, but there, it wasn't aggression at all. It was really just some of this super passive play that really ended up yielding them the kill. Holding over by ramp was exactly what the doctor ordered, and it got them something very, very important. Another force up from Ambush. They have a little more utility this time around, though. As you see, Rawls has a kit. Smoking a Molotov as well to work with. But it's the same story, but just a different round here for the Lyngby Vikings. Refresh holding Mini. Here's quite a few of some of this utility going out here. But this is going to be a really tough shot for him to really get more than one kill, maybe. The Vikings being very, very thorough with this. This guy will go ahead, drop the bomb here before he chooses to try to entry into the supper site most likely, but he's looking all the wrong ways. Refresh, maybe he'll be able to get something going here. Again, the Vikings are being very thorough. They're going all the way through CT spawn right now, and that might actually end up paying dividends for them. Refresh, here's quite a few footsteps going down, but unfortunately just can't quite find the shots that they need. Twinx is going to go ahead, take down CK. Make it a 4 versus 5. Twinx might be able to find another one as well. He's caught with his knife out, but unfortunately, Refresh just isn't able to get that shot down. And upper control is completely seized. Twinx picks up another one as well. The entry into the A site is perfect from the Vikings, and it'll be up to the veteran, Barry, alone. He shoots at the vent through the vents twice and ends up hearing an entire barrage of the Vikings. They know exactly where his position is. least the general area of it. Barry, look how passive this is. You see that even though he only has a Deagle and a Molotov, he's not even going for an exit here. Or at least not an aggressive one. Lots of respect given to the Vikings so far. Oh, but he's playing this to perfection. As you see, he's hearing a lot of sounds going through. Deagle shots through, but he's only going to be able to find the first before Cabby takes care of him. He'll upgrade to a Deagle as well. Overall, though, the Lyngby Vikings are very, very close to winning this first half, and they're looking pretty damn good while doing it as well. Cabby is topping the scoreboard on an incredible 15-5 scoreline. Have to have a lot of respect for it. Meanwhile, on the side of Ambush, Barry is one topping the scoreboard here as he's going for a super aggressive position. I love this. Over towards the left side of Red Box here. Definitely trying to punish the style that the Vikings have been trying for these past couple rounds here, and I think TwinX might be onto him. He's shoulder peeking this. Still going to be a shot nonetheless for Barry here. He's gotten that one frag though, but now he needs to complete his mission. Get out safely here. He's getting Molotoved and flashed out. Not allow him to get out safely. At least not yet though. Things have rotated inner for the Vikings right now, and Rals will be ready to receive the D. Coming towards the door right now, actually eats a Molotov to the face. That's kind of an interesting stop right there, and it's gonna go ahead and grant them a kill, nearly a second. Cabby falls down the vents just in time though. It's a 2-on-5 here in a very tough situation for them to possibly try to win. CK, perfect on the shot. We'll go ahead, close things out. Ambush don't even lose a single player. And that's kind of a dominant round. That's what you want to see out of Ambush. A lot more of that. Really good adjustments in particular from Barry to get that first frag. Completely snuff out the mid push, the outer push, rather. See, outer is going to be a dead zone this time around here. You might have Cabby trying to go for some flashes into the A site here, but overall, they're just going to go ahead, completely obliterate Rawls and CK, both sitting on the A site. Refresh is trying to be their last lifeline before this bomb goes down, but it's too late because Bird from Sky is going to take care of it. Not any issue whatsoever here. Every single player on Ambush are going down. The adjustments are so strong from the Vikings. It's going to go ahead and most likely grant them another kill unless Barry pulls off something absolutely crazy, but this isn't 1.6 anymore. Can't go for something crazy like this, and I think Barry's aware of it as well. Going to be given one kill, though. Possibly another, though. He misses that important one, and now he's getting spammed through this blue box here. Yeah, not going to get away with your life at this rate. Bird from Sky, excuse me, will close things out in a nice fashion. And Vikings have officially won the T side now. Already putting up a very impressive showing on Nuke so far. Now, at the same time, though, this is what you would expect, and this is what you would hope for, considering this is a map pick of Lyngby Vikings. But at the same time, I feel like Ambush have had a lot of really important adjustments, like that, you know, round 11 or round 10, I believe it was. You know how Barry was pushing towards Seeker and towards Red Box, which he's actually recreating right now. Ends up working out perfectly for them, just like that. Cabby taken down, the top fragger on the side of the Vikings, immediately taken care of, at least for round number 12 here. Barry, he's hungry for more though. He's gonna go ahead, look for a marshmallow. Not giving anything. Flash outer with TwinX right behind it here, doing a little bit of jump spotting onto the player in garage, and will get boosted onto the teammate's head. But things are at a bit of a standstill for right now here. Refresh is still holding mini. Lyngby Vikings most definitely on the back foot. Refresh here. So many of these steps out of here. The utility being used is also a pretty telling sign that Lyngby Vikings are still present. At least close to him. But Ambush aren't scared just yet here. They're going to hold down their positions. They're the ones with the man advantage here. They don't have to adjust. This has to be all on the Vikings here. It's a tall order. 34 seconds left to go. Looks like B site will be their final destination here. As you notice, Bird from Sky is still outside, but Fesser has to deal with the entirety of the remaining Vikings. Over here at the ramp here, he sprays a few shots, but eventually goes down, or excuse me, eventually drops down rather. Going down will be the bird from Sky, though. Lyngby Vikings. They've made it to the B site here, but it's going to be tough ask for them to get the bomb down. That's made it a lot easier, though. They're getting some of the shots that they need. Twin X is going absolutely massive, but will be grounded to reality relatively quickly, though. Twin X is stuck all alone here. He won't even find that first shot. And that's going to be another round on the board for the CTs here. Now 4-8. Still, though, the Vikings have put up a considerable T-half so far here. Pretty much anything that they would get at this point would be a little bit more of a bonus. I'd be pretty happy with this so far if you're the Vikings. Definitely confidently winning your map picks so far. But at the same time, you can't help but hope for a little bit more. Number 13 comes through. Both teams will be able to buy up pretty healthily here. You see Dafu does actually have an SG in hand here. We'll be going for a super aggressive smoke. That's over towards the CT spawn. A little bit of a wall smoke perhaps, but Barry, he's adjusted perfectly to it. Finds a great shot onto Cabby. Again, puts the top fragger down just like that here. This is already looking primed and perfect for ambush here. Finally losing a player in refresh, but Rouse will be here in the vents, ready to take care of whatever the T's are going to try over towards inner here. Takes a few shots, but is confident in not taking that fight just yet. We'll wait for his teammates to go ahead, try to recoup. Bomb will get planted safely by the Vikings, but now they have a lot to play with here. A little bit of utility being used here. Daffy is the only one with any of that utility remaining, but he's going massive, finds two of them, makes it into a 2-on-2. So now, this is more than winnable here, especially with the shots that some of these players are hitting right now. Fam, like, with a gorgeous shot on Defessor as well, and just like that, this was looking so good from ambush here, but it's all fallen to pieces here. CK will try to fake a drop down here, but Fam, like, I don't think he's convinced just yet. He's making so much noise. CK is forced to drop down. Now tap the bomb. Now hold down the bomb here. Dafu is playing this to perfection, though. He's holding around the bomb. There's no time for you, though, CK. Or is there? Oh, my goodness. Just half a second off. It's all in the small details right there. And eventually, ambush. That was a round that they were looking primed to win here. It was a 5v3, or I believe a 5v2. And the fact that the Lyngby Vikings actually came back to win that is absolutely incredible. Definitely the player of that round was Dafu. Found some incredible kills, sitting at the top of the scoreboard along with Cabby here at 15. I'll go ahead and also take a look at the ADR right now. You see Dafu, again, is sitting at 119 average damage per round. Has seriously been lighting it up in the kill feed and lighting up every single CT. Hey, Tazix, thanks for that. Happy Thanksgiving. As you can see, I'm enjoying it with my family right now. Round number 14 underway here, and Ambush are scraping together everything that they possibly can here. It's a bit interesting to me, but I guess they definitely do have a lot of confidence in the op of Barry. See a little more aggression coming out from Ambush here, but oh, it's going to be quickly taken back away. Refresh, you forgot your gun, buddy. He'll retrieve his M4. All the action is happening towards outer. 4 players of the T side pushing through the smoke slowly here. Dafu right behind them, still has a flash ready. But they're all pushing in towards Secret, and now Barry, he didn't spot any of the T's going down Secret. This could potentially be massive here. They might just have guaranteed the B bomb site for them here. They're still being very thorough with it. They've actually started making a little bit of noise with some of this utility here. That might point out some red flags for them. Dafu's still lurking outside here. Rouse will be the first face over towards the B site here. Bird isn't looking for it and will go down, be punished for his actions here. But Rouse is still alive here. Otherwise, the site is completely clean, though, as the Vikings have soon found out, rather. I'm like, before planting the bombs, just being extra careful that he's not going to be pushed through that single door here. But this is definitely a winnable retake from Ambush here. We've seen how good the Vikings, though, are at these retakes here. Definitely far from an easy challenge, but they've won more unfavorable rounds before. Cabby perfectly around the corner will try to get this frag here, but it's looking away at just the wrong time here. And this is what I'm talking about here. Ambush have found a little bit of a lifeline. Twin X is barely staying alive, but whenever he does, he'll go massive. It's stuck in a clutch scenario, 1-on-4 here. Tries to open the door behind it, is forced to tap it here, but they're sitting on the bomb here. He doesn't have a kit, though. It doesn't matter, though. I'm not sure if the time is in their favor, though. It's going to be down to the very last second. And oh, just a little bit off. That has to hurt. Vikings will get their 9th round. Punishing Ambush for going for that aggressive buy here. They didn't have enough money for a defuse kit. You can't be a tit. You have to buy a kit. As they've soon learned, double digits for the Vikings right now. They are looking indomitable on Nuke here. Again, they're going to force everything that they possibly can here on this last round. It's a glass cannon setup, excuse me, on Barry here. And, well, Quick Frag's going towards Ambush, but quickly traded back by Dafu, who's still a presence in the A site here. Finds a triple for him. He's single-handedly bringing this round together for Lyngby Vikings here. And we'll go ahead, try to continue this dominance here. There we are. There's a nice frag from Thamlike, leaving it up to Barry. The glass cannon man, as I was talking about. That was a very quick round there. Who could expect Dafu to find 3 incredible kills like that? Surely not me, and surely not Ambush either. Barry's going to be stuck alone here. Finds a first shot, which is actually pretty gorgeous. He doesn't have a kit, though. This is made considerably harder just because he has to commit 10 seconds to this bomb, no matter what he does. And he starts to realize that. He's going to try to take this fight aggressively here. Barry, he's not ready for it, unfortunately, and the Lyngby Vikings are going to post an indomitable first half here. 11-4 on the T side of Nuke. And really, that's about as perfect as you could have hoped for, in all honesty. Can't really wish for much better here. Definitely my MVP of the first half. It either has to, no, it has to be Dafu. Dafu and Cabby have both been incredible players on the side of the Lyngby Vikings. Again, it is important to mention that this is a map pick of Lyngby Vikings, so, I mean, in theory, this is what you're screaming for. You're hoping for these crazy, you know, dominant halves, but, you know, at the same time, you have to be very scared on the side of Ambush here. If you looked at the HLTV odds, you see that Ambush are favored about 65-35 to win this game here, and, well, they aren't getting off to a good start, that's for sure. Next map up will be Miraja. We'll be seeing that no matter what here, and that is the pick of Ambush here. Maybe they can start putting something together on this game of Nuke, though. Immediate shots put on to Bird from Sky. He doesn't actually end up taking any, unfortunately. Professor just a little bit off on those shots. Cabby will be the next face over towards outside here. It's a good flash from Ambush here. Browse is able to find that first kill, but it's going to be far from the last here because everyone is going to start rotating through Hell. Twin X now has to deal with the entirety of Ambush here as they're starting to push in towards ramp. Only able to find 1 kill before getting taken down. Now the B site has been given practically to Ambush here. Professor makes the deal a little bit sweeter for them as well, as Ambush are looking fantastic on the pistol round so far. It's down to Cabby and Thamlike. Neither of which have any sort of way back into this round, it seems. No kits in play, no utility whatsoever, but a nice shot, perhaps. CK finds it first. Barry, he's ready, willing, and able to hit some of these shots here, but he's struggling a little bit. Surely he'll be able to get something together here. Fesser will go ahead and bring them back to reality. Thamlike is able to find the nice kill, but at this point, it's already done, dusted. It's over. Closed out just like that, and Ambush will put together that second pistol round, so already off to a pretty good start. See a pause coming through as well. Guess you can't say I blame them. That was a bit of a scary start from them when they are on the CT side here, but they seem to be delivering a little bit of karmatic justice towards Ambush as well. Striking back with a vengeance. That pistol round, it's not as clean as maybe you would have hoped, but it's still pretty good. Dropping 3 players, getting the bomb down. It's going to put you in a good financial state for at least this round. And if you can get out of this round relatively cleanly, win or loss, you should be able to buy up one more time. See Cabby still, or excuse me, Dafu is still top of the scoreboard, sitting at 19 kills, thanks to that 3-piece that he got on round number 15. One thing I definitely want to see, though, from the CT side is maybe a few more kits here. I see Ambush seem to neglect them a lot when they're on the CC side, and well, that kind of hurts, doesn't it? You'll see buys coming through here. Lyngby Vikings will be forcing up a few deagles. Twin X choosing a scout, maybe half armor as well, considering he still has 650 in the bank here. It isn't a very big vote of confidence in my opinion here, and I'm not exactly sure if it's their best bet, but they're the ones playing in advance, not me. We see nades going out early towards outer here. It's actually going to tag Barry down to 29 HP. That's a good start on a nuke around like this. That's always one thing I'm scared of whenever I'm playing nuke. So those early grenades out. Barry, did you not see that? I'm surprised you didn't see that frag on the player rotating through hell, but either way, it most likely wouldn't have been a frag, so it doesn't matter in the end. Twin X spots one, though, and he might be able to go for seconds here before he gets punished down by the player over at Red Box. Perhaps a bit too greedy on the kill here. Cabby, meanwhile on Mini, go ahead and try to find his lifeline back into the round here. As he goes down over towards Secret, Bird from Skyforce to back up. All of these positions are aggressive, but towards all the wrong areas from Ambush. And Ambush have started to slow things down a considerable amount here. They still have Bomb waiting towards outside. It's in Refresh's hands. They still have plenty of time to play with here. They don't need to go ahead and force their hand just yet here, and if they do, they'll get punished quite promptly. Cabby will be left alone against 4 members of Ambush here. Maybe he could cause a little bit of economic damage, but a round win, that's perhaps a bit too much of a pipe dream, perhaps. Barry is also in the perfect position to take care of Cabby. He has a really good read on the situation, and it's good enough to grant him the kill. Slight upgrade to an MP9 as well, and well, Ambush take care of that anti-eco, looking good. My cat just jumped on my keyboard. Looking at round number 18 now. Lyngby Vikings still aren't able to put together a buy that they possibly want here. They're going to be going for something a little bit interesting here. I like this. What is this switch up here? As you see, 4 players are boosted towards ramp here with a 5th. Getting ready to go ahead and join them. It's Bird from Sky with a flash in hand. Ambush still being very, very meticulous, very, very careful about this. Can't really blame them. It can be a little bit of a question mark what the Vikings might have chosen to do in this round here. They might have chosen to force up again. They might have chosen a full save, which, well, that would be the correct read on this. It's important to say when I'm saying looking good so far, I mean that on the T side, they're looking all right. Faster will go ahead, break those windows. They're going to begin their A execute here. Soon the Vikings will realize we stacked towards the wrong area completely here. They'll rotate over by Heaven here, but really this should just be a field day for whoever has an SMG waiting. Bomb planted for free by Ambush. Might be in for a nasty surprise though, as the Vikings might just try to ambush a site. Refresh, he's ready for it though. Picks up 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4, almost 5, excuse me, but unfortunately, CK steals all the glory from that anti-eco ace, and well, because of that, Ambush will be given their 7th. It's definitely a little bit interesting. Pushing through Heaven never seems to work out just the way you want. Lyngby Vikings, now they'll have another buy-in. This could be their chance to go ahead, keep this game a little more competitive, and their way towards that finish line. They have 5 rounds that they need left here. Bird from Sky only sitting at 4 kills, bottom of the scoreboard here. He's had a very slow game, despite being one of my players to watch. He's holding outer alone here. Not exactly a huge vote of confidence. Meanwhile, though, if I'm like, oh, Barry, this is so smart from you. Barry, he snuck down here completely uncontested here and will be able to get that kill. That is absolutely gorgeous from Barry. The veteran definitely pulling out some of the big plays here. Twin X getting double flash as well will allow for a clean B drop from Ambush here, and Ambush, this is about perfect from them so far. See some extra flashes, extra utility being expended from Rawls. And he doesn't seem to want to upgrade to a Galil here. They'll be doing just fine with that max 10. I kind of like the read on this, though. He might realize that Lyngby Vikings are going to maybe go for a force. They do have max loss bonus to work with here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to put together a full buy. So maybe he does want to save that max 10 just so he can farm a little more money. Not that he's struggling, sitting at nearly 6,000. And I eat my own words. He is upgraded to an M4. Vikings are going to go for the 3-man save here. They know they don't really have a chance in this round, especially since they don't have any kits. We'll go ahead, live to fight another day. Bird from Sky, what are you setting up for? Does he have a pop flash ready in case like his teammates get pushed or something? It's kind of nice. I like that. 7-11 now, or 8-11 I should say. This is the score we're currently staring down the gun barrel of. Bird from Sky has seriously had such a slow game so far. He really needs to start waking up here. He was, again, one of my players to watch here. Has top fragged in the past 3 or 2 series that he played with the Vikings so far, but seems to be completely gone from the server. Ambush, though, they are absolutely running over the Vikings so far on this T side. But again, we're only a couple rounds in here. This is only the 5th round. We've only seen 2 gun rounds. The fact that they're already doing or giving a lot more of a better showing than we were seeing on the CT side from Vikings is already a nice vote of confidence. Famlike will get boosted up. Ambush have brought this to a standstill for now here. It looks like they want to try executing over towards outer here. Bird from Sky will be waiting here with an M4, just peeking over towards Red's box. Spots a player, and we'll go ahead toss on a Molotov. That's a little bit of a welcome gift for the T side. Spam through, finds nothing. Down to secret, Ambush go. Where they end up, no one knows, because Cabby, he's going to be the next bait to worry about here. Only finds one, unfortunately. They nearly lined up for him, but Refresh is quick on the retrade. Now, pretty much every single position from the CT side doesn't seem to be working out in their favor here. Bird from Sky gets tagged down a little bit through the wall here, and he's in a bit of a cheeky position. Not sure if it's going to be good enough. The door is opened, and oh, what a good punish from Refresh as well. 4 versus 2. Dafu will actually strike back with a kill, but again, this is another round where I'm not sure if it's exactly winnable. Famlike might just choose want to save this AWP and bring it into round number 21. Yeah, Dafu and Famlike both realize it at this point. They don't want to go for it. Ambush still are looking really, really good here. Completely untouched on the T side so far, and you have to be a little bit scared by now. This massive gap that you had heading into the CT side has almost completely disappeared. 11-9 now, only 2 rounds away. Ambush have nearly evened things up here. Bird from Sky is still sitting at 4 kills here. Dafu literally has 5 times the amount of kills. Tied with Refresh for the most frags in the server right now. Both players have been doing a fantastic job. Bird from Sky, that's a nice switch up though. Finds a little bit of spam damage, but the immediate A execute is taken. Finds actually one through the smoke, but it's a quick refrag from Rouse. Bomb gets planted, 2 versus 4. It's the same story, different round. And immediately, Vikings are already pushed out of this. Again, they do have that max loss bonus here, but they don't exactly have a ton of money to really buy into some of these rounds here. Vikings need all the help that they can possibly get to start bringing this back into their favor, because, again, this is nearly closed. Twinx finds a nice kill, a bit of a consolation one, considering they aren't going to be able to get away with this round, and he's actually going to be given a second one as well. Interesting how Rouse just seemed to walk into his loving arms like that. Twinix, he should be perfectly fine to stay alive, though, as long as he doesn't try to take any more fights. And Fam-like, it's the same story for you over at CT spawn. And another pause comes through. I would imagine this one's from the Vikings here. They need to start talking about things. Because at this point, ambush, I mean, you don't even have those massive round advantages that you had heading into the second half. It's gone. A one round differential is basically nothing here. This is going to be most likely your last gun round. Before you start hitting, you know, at the bottom of the barrel, you're going to have to start sacrificing some of that utility here. That 3400 is only going to, you know, take you so far, and it might look like FAMAS's. It might be, you know, half armor kits or no kits. I mean, a little bit scary, really. Ambush have looked golden so far on the T side here. Let's see if they can continue the streak. They have 5 AKs to make it happen, and that quick pace has been absolutely suffocating on the Vikings. If you didn't see the statistics, you'd be fooled and think that this map is T-sided, judging by the way both of these teams are playing, but well, it seems not. Bomb is still down for Ambush right now. They might need to pick that up. Other than that, though, no worries. Refresh is going to be lining up for a smoke. Going to be going for the classic wall smokes here. Outside control will be seized. Bomb in the hands of Refresh as well. This is a lot of very nice map control coming out from Ambush as well. As you see, they've practically taken most of ramp here. See Fam-like, it's in a nice position to perhaps get a kill if they're starting to push in towards ramp, where 3 players have started to group up, but it's a tall order again here. Smoke will come through. Fam-like now has to go massive here. It's not massive enough, unfortunately. Bird from Sky will find only 1 kill before he's forced to back up, sitting at 22 HP. And interestingly enough, Ambush has still not gone down to the lower site yet. Maybe they still want to start playing with their food a little bit more. How can you blame them? Rouse is still prodding through Mini right now. Might be able to take down Dafu. The Vikings have now had things evened up. Unfortunate for them here. Dafu tries to go for some heroics, but no such luck. Bird from Sky and Twinix left to do it all. It's a 2 versus 2. Twinix finds the first and actually finds the second one as well. That's exactly the kind of round that you need, but you can't rely on Twinix going massive like that. He was perfect coming in from behind and finding 2 frags without missing a shot. But Lyngby Vikings, there needs to be a lot more where that came from. Again, this isn't a real vote of confidence so far. They've been struggling a little bit. A lot of it, really. Quick flashes come through, and quick outside control immediately taken here. Twinix finds the first over towards Red Box here. This aggressive position seems to be working out just fine for him. Actually finds the second. That's a bomb carrier down. Because of that, maybe this could be another round for the Lyngby Vikings here. As you see, Bird from Sky has quickly rotated towards inner. Towards secret, I should say, rather. As Cabby have found 2 kills, the round is basically over just like that here. Fesser is going to be left in a clutch scenario, and nearly impossible one at that. He has plenty of time to work with here, but since Bomb is down, in perfect view of Bird from Sky here, he has that bird's eye view on it. Fesser has no clue whatsoever of where these T's might be. Oh, actually spots Fesser, and that's going to go ahead and alert him. Luckily, no shots were hit. So Fesser will stay alive for now here, but I don't see him going much further, traveling much further here. Cabby is in all the wrong places, but doesn't get punished by timing just yet here. The time is starting to dwindle down now for Fesser, so he either needs to die or try to save this gun in a safe place here. Maybe he can get a few consolation frags on the way out. This round is, I mean, almost over at this rate. And Fesser, yeah, he realizes it as well. Will be choosing to save that SG, a super powerful rifle. Honestly, just denying it from the hands of the CTs is admirable in itself. We're going to see the Vikings able to get 13 on the board here. They're finally starting to piece a little bit of something together. It takes a long time for them to actually start doing it, but a round win is a round won. See a couple of buys coming through here. You see Ambush. They're still pretty healthy on money here thanks to that massive comeback that they're mounting for a while here. So they're in no rush. They're in no worry. They're going to go ahead immediately. Starting to take outside, excuse me. And Barry and Fesser, both with Kriegs in hands, will be trying to pull a little bit of chaos here. Punish TwinX for the sinful acts that he seemed to try to cause last round. But TwinX, he's not done just yet, though. He's going to push up through ramp and actually be granted a kill onto Rouse. Again, the bomb carrier down. Sure, it's traded hands into CK's favor, but this is absolutely suffocating from the CT side here. The trades are gorgeous, as Dafu is going to be able to find a double. Fortunately, the camera wasn't right there, but it's the impact frags that really go such a long way. I love these adjustments from the Vikings so far. It's Refresh and Barry, a veteran and a young talent, left to take care of the remaining Vikings. Again, though, it can't be understated that this is a very tall order. This is, I mean, I'd argue nigh impossible. They have a little bit of utility Refresh, so maybe he can try flashing, sending something up for Barry here, but with so much utility still available for the CT side here, they still have one more smoke to cycle. The clock's going to be nearly gone at that point. Barry just holding over towards Mini for any pushes that might come through. The Vikings are looking perfect to take a 14th round here. They're starting to realize it. Sky is going to peek out, find the frag, his 8th of the game, leaving it up to Barry. He'll meet a swift and unfortunate death here. No such luck for him, but it's at least good at the same time, though, because not only did they deny the Kriegs out of the Vikings' hands here, but also they went down before time ended, so they are going to be able to get that money bonus. They're currently sitting at 3 loss bonus, so they're making about $2,900 for every single player on the board here. Refresh has started to definitely slow down these past couple rounds here. Has only been able to find one recently, and they're going to go back to El Clasico here. Outside control immediately sees, you see Fesser is hitting right by red box. Bird from Sky in his usual position over by CT side. Actually toss out a nade, does a tiny bit of damage on the Fesser, but nothing to write home about. That is a little more to write home about, though, as Fesser is now going to be within one-shot range of those M4s here, which might be good news for Dafu. Cabby, he's been a massive presence so far from the Vikings. We'll be ready to greet the T side of Ambush here as they push in through Secret here. Famlike will be there as well. Go ahead and make things a little more palatable for him. The spam is good, but it might not be good enough here. As you see, Ambush are set up for some aggressive pushing, but they're going to need a strong execute of their own here. They have plenty of utility to use it with, do it with. That's no problem. CK might have heard a player pushing in towards store. The utility usage is honestly so good from the Vikings right now. Might be good enough here. You need to actually get the kills that capitalize on it as well. Cabby finds it first here, far from the lasso, as he's going to be stuck with between a rock and a hard place right now, and he knows it. He stalls for a little bit of time, allows for one rotation to come through, where TwinX will go ahead, show up massively here. Nearly goes for a second one as well, gets it. Just perfectly threads the needle on that shot here. Refresh and CK left to do it all, but 10 seconds left. Time is not in their favor at all, and they start to realize that Refresh, they need to rush to this bomb site and get the bomb down wherever they possibly can. It's not exactly the safest location in the world, but it gets the job done. CK will hold over towards door and Refresh over towards hut, where TwinX and Famlike, are they... Oh, I love this. They're going to be going for a pop play here. TwinX is going to be flashing his teammate Famlike in here. There it is. Comes through. Actually blinds his teammate. Timing isn't quite there. An Ambush. They might have just found this round together here. You could not have hoped for them to win this round, but they are actually starting to get away with it. Tapping the bomb. Ruby TwinX, and he's doing more than tapping. He's touching it. He's sticking it, but it's not good enough. CK with a gorgeous spray will take down both of the players. Taking care of the Vikings. Ambush finally get that 11th round on the board despite some massive plays that some of these players were holding down. And again, you're going to see another pause coming through. That's another one that you can totally understand here because that should have been a round win from the Vikings here. The fact that just so late in the round, Ambush were able to rotate to the upper site and get the bomb down, that is, again, not something you really should be able to get away with that late into a round. I mean, Refresh had 4 seconds, I believe it was, when he got that bomb planted. I mean, that's absurd. Time definitely seems to be working in the favor of Ambush right now, but they don't have a lot of rounds left for wiggle room here. They have one more round here, and then the best they can secure is overtime, and from there it's going to be an uphill battle. But Lyngby Vikings now only need 2 more to close things out here, and they're going to have a healthy bye to do it with. You see TwinX is going to pick up that AWP. He's been the one shining star I've noticed on the CT side of the Vikings right now. He's actually taken the lead in the scoreboard right now, sitting at 23 and 18. 3 assists on his side as well. I'll take a look at the stats, see how they're doing as well on ADR. Quick look at the ADR scoreboard shows that Dafu is sitting at the highest ADR, 87.28, and TwinX is at 87.2, so they're basically right there with each other here. Definitely the 2 players lighting things up here. Oh, I love this. Nice boost from TwinX. So, is he going to grant them a frag? Unfortunately, no, but they definitely get some style points for that. Again, things come to a standstill here. You see, it looks like Refresh is going to be sitting up for some smokes inner. Upper. Molotov out towards Secret. Takes care of Bird from Sky. This allows him from trying to take some of that Secret control, and that might be exactly what the Doctor ordered for Ambush on this round. TwinX, I believe, was spotted, though. I think Refresh knows it and is being careful not to peek into this. They're starting to bring things over close to hell here. Boost it up. CK will find that first kill. Dafu looks for the trade out, only gets a dink. That's where the M4 comes back to bite you. Unfortunately, 1 dink isn't good enough here, because now Ambush, they're in such a favorable position right now here. They should be able to get this bomb down. Indeed, they do. Post-plant positions are going to be very, very strong. And interestingly enough, do the Vikings want to go for this? No, surely they aren't. TwinX is going to go for an aggressive peek over towards ramp, maybe to find a kill, but at this point, it's done and dusted. A 3 versus 5 is a very tall order. And this late into the game, you can't give up any guns. I mean, surely don't want to give up any guns. Good spam from Ambush to go ahead, at the very least, scare TwinX out of position. No refrag for him. Bomb will detonate. CK might be in a little bit of trouble. I think he should be fine. Yeah, no, he's fine. It's the same story for the Vikings as well. They don't drop any players, so they'll have 3 guns for certain heading into the very late game here. But they need, again, they desperately need to start getting some of these last 2 rounds together. There's not much wiggle room for them either. TwinX is still popping off here. Oh, he's going to be going for that aggressive ramp peek again. Why are you running with your knife out, buddy? That's exactly the opposite of what you want to do here. Basically just gifting a frag to Ambush right now. Famlike will do his best to try to make some sort of recovery for his team, but it's not good enough. Unfortunate read from TwinX, though. Wrong place, wrong time, that sort of deal. And Ambush, now they have plenty of time to play with here. They don't have to worry whatsoever about what they're going to do here. Now the CTs are the ones in a massive disadvantage here. Cabby, 1-on-4, will just most likely try to save this gun again. And the Vikings should start using this time to talk about what to do, really. Because at this point, Ambush, again, they've started to chain together so many rounds at this point, and not even saving a gun for this next round. This hurts. Round number 28 is going to be absolutely lethal. There's a pause coming through. Again, Vikings, they have no money left at all. As you see, they're basically scraping the bottom of the barrel. Actually, I say that, but it's actually not too bad. They could force up Famas's. Bird from Sky would most likely be stuck on a deagle. Yeah, okay, they're forcing together everything they can here. This is not something I don't know. I'm not exactly confident in this buy. You have to respect it at the same time, though. Lyngby Vikings, they're kind of going for a do-or-die strat. It's an all-or-nothing sort of deal for them right now here. Because, again, if they drop this round, it's 14-14 here. And, I mean, they have max loss bonus, but they're going to need to make this a fruitful round, even if they lose it. TwinX is going to be going for an aggressive ramp play again, most likely here. Or, oh, I like this. He might be trying to adjust over towards Secret. That might be exactly what the doctor ordered. Refresh finds the first one onto Bird from Sky. Again, the man, the only player in the server who hasn't gotten double digits yet. Already off to a pretty terrible start. TwinX, he's pushed his way through Secret here. This is something we've seen Bird from Sky do quite a few times. Garage control seized from ambush. TwinX hears it all, though. And Refresh, oh, he's in the perfect position right now to take care of TwinX, get that op out of his hands. And TwinX, you're playing with fire right now. If you go ahead, peek just an inch further here. Refresh given a free frag. Just like that, it might be over from the Vikings here. Cabby will strike back with 1 kill, but not a second. Now Fam, like, pushing into heaven with the P250 here. Does quite a bit of damage on the Fesser, but 50 HP isn't a kill, and they need kills. They need rounds. They need something, because it was a risk to go all in on this round here. Pop that glass cannon, but the fact that they only got 1 player in the midst of it all, Lyngby Vikings, this is going to be a very rough battle for them. Again, they're going to piece together a good buy here. As you see, TwinX is going to be able to finally get some armor, you know, a nice buy together. The utility isn't going to be the strongest, though. As you see, Dafu is going to be stuck on a single smoke. And the reason I'm so worried about this is because Lyngby Vikings in particular, their utility usage has been so good. It was the thing that allowed them to get so many rounds on the T side, and it's what was keeping them competitive on the CT side here. Up until recently, when they started going for some of these very risky force buys that, well, ended up biting them in the back. The Vikings, backs against the wall right now. They are on the verge of losing their map pick after an incredible possible comeback from Ambush so far. Even at this rate, you have to have high hopes for Ambush heading into map number 2 here. Considering, even if they end up losing this map 16-14, they will still have mounted something absolutely incredible and made it competitive in the first place after a 4-11 half. You see Ambush, they're starting to realize the pressure as well. They're not going to go ahead, rush the situation like they've done so many times before. But nor are the Vikings. Things have come to a standstill, and Ambush, healthy on money here, are not worried whatsoever here. Refresh will be going for a smoke over towards, I believe that's Heaven. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, that's over towards Hell. I like that. Professor pushing out, outer control again, completely seized from Ambush here. This is now pretty much the moment of truth here. Bird from Sky is in garage here. Perhaps he could find Fesser, but he's going to need to extend a little bit for that kill. The first frag here could pay absolute dividends. TwinX drops down to about half HP here. Ambush are moving around a lot. Time is now not in their favor here. They need to start pushing it. Needs to start happening quickly, or else Cabby is going to be able to find 1 kill here. A second one soon to be going the way of them, but it's a 3 versus 3 made into 3-on-2 here. Now this might be the end of the line for the Vikings here. A push through the ramp, or a push through the vent, excuse me, yields nothing. It's Famlike alone. No more chances now. The Vikings. Now all they can hope for is to secure overtime. There's no way Famlike is going to be able to win a clutch like this. Surely Finds the first kill and will be doubling back. Is he saving this gun? Wow, I cannot believe it. That's so much respect given to Ambush here. They're going to choose to save this gun heading into the last round of this. I mean, last round possibly of this game, really. Ambush played that to perfection, though. They were being very thorough on their takes here. Had a perfect read on the situation. I mean, sure, they ended up dropping 4 players if you count the bomb explosion. But, I mean, really, they were being very thorough there. And considering Viking were pulling out every trick in the book there, you have to respect it. CK flaunting his money a little bit. We'll be dropping 5 deagles. I like that. And yeah, really, that's another thing to look at here. Just look at how nice the money is on the T side here. They really have had such an incredible half here. The Vikings, a whimper at best here, only putting together 3 rounds. This is our map pick again. Like, this has to hurt. The fact that it's gone to overtime after such a crazy first half, that sucks. Like, I mean, that's something you definitely have to be kicking yourself for. Fetish, the master of the CT side here, hasn't been to be able to deliver with his team. Aiden Molotov right behind it early on from the tees here. See Bird from Sky is holding a lot more of an aggressive position over towards red box here. This is a very scary position, a kind of one and done sort of deal. Rouse should be in the perfect place to snuff this out if he does any damage to his team whatsoever. Needs to start happening soon. Burn from Sky delivers with 1. Actually gets a second one on the board. Now this is something to work with for the Vikings here. They found 2, and unfortunately the trade isn't there. Barry is able to take him out. This is something for Vikings to work with. It's not pretty considering it's now 4-on-3 here, and we've seen Ambush pull off some crazy comebacks, crazy rounds here. And wow, it's not made any better. Samlight goes down. Lower will be given to Ambush. They should be able to get the bomb down without any sort of punishment from the Vikings. They're making a ton of noise. Dafu realizes it. Will be pushing through the vents. Twinx through the double doors has no luck. Ends up getting taken down. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Man favor is now for Ambush here. Again, backs against the wall. This is going to have to be massive here, and I don't think we're going to be ready for what Ambush have in store with us. I cannot believe it. They have mounted the comeback of a lifetime here. This is why you're never down. This is why you're never out here. It's all over because of the Lyngby Vikings. They aren't able to put this together, and Ambush will win the first map 16-14. Unbelievable play from them on the T side. Again, if you didn't show me the statistics, I would have hoped. I would have guessed that this is a T-sided map just by the way some of these teams are playing. That's absolutely incredible. I cannot believe some of the plays that were going on there. They have to be frustrated about that one, and really, can you blame them? We are going to go ahead, toss it to a break real quick before we head into the next map here. It is going to be Mirage. My name has been Ito. Thank you for watching. We'll see you very, very soon.
search for the reason why the days just pass me by. We travel through the light to a city shining white. To a city shining white. I search for the reason why we travel through the light the days just pass me by. A city shining white. I search for the reason why the days just pass me by. We travel through the light to a city shining white. To a city shining white. I search for the reason why we travel through the light. The days just pass me by. A city shining white. I search for the reason why the days just pass me by. We travel through the light to a city shining white.
Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be map 2, Lyngby Vikings versus Ambush. This time we're going to be on Mirage. Things... Well, just to set the scene a little bit, this is a very interesting situation considering Lyngby Vikings, despite posting a 4-11 half on the T side of Nuke, were only able to piece together 3 rounds, and Ambush pulled off the comeback to win 16-14 here. So really, the storyline is heartbreak for the Vikings here. They're going to need to post something incredible here. And, well, I mean, I guess they do get off to a good start, finding Refresh right off the bat. He was an absolutely massive player in that last game here. Unfortunately, won't have a chance in this pistol here. CK will respond in kind, though, taking down Cabby. Over in window, getting boosted up by his teammates. Fesser, nice shot as well onto Twin X. They're all over the place right now, the T's here, as they do have the bomb in the hand of Rouse, pushing through TV room. And Bird from Sky has scouted out so much information through the T spawn here. Might not exactly have the right read in store from them. Fam-like, excuse me. Will just get taken down almost immediately. Should be a bomb plant and should be a round win for the Vikings here. So, again, if you look at Theory here, they should be in a good state, but Dafu finding a first kill, or excuse me, first round for Ambush, I should say. My bad completely. Barry strikes back with 1 kill. It's Dafu left alone. He's going to need to ace to win this and close it out for his team here, but no such luck. Ambush continuing that dominance that we saw on Nuke. We'll go ahead and win the pistol on Mirage. Now, again, I want to keep in mind this is a map pick of Ambush, so I could expect pretty massive stuff from them. It seemed that they were completely just running cold on Nuke, but they seem to have warmed up. They seem to have started to get some of their favor back together here, and I think we could see a very dominant map 2 here if Ambush starts to bring out the form that we were seeing from them on Nuke towards the end. Force up from the CT side here. Quite a bit of utility being expended or used or bought, whatever you want to say here. There's a lot of money investment. That's really what I'm trying to get across right now. So the Vikings have high hopes for this round here, and I'm not exactly sure if it'll deliver quite to their expectations, considering Ambush have been notoriously meticulous in this sort of sense, and well, it looks like it's going to continue that way as Barry finds a first with that MAC-10, building up some money. Twinix has the least investment in this round. It's because he's only bought a Deagle, no armor for him. Smoke towards window and 1 for jungle. Or towards connector. I guess I don't know my smokes too well. I've never seen that one before, but I like it. Fesser is being very, again, meticulous over towards the catwalk here. Abby, no luck for him. No Deagle shots are connecting for the Vikings right now. This should just be a clean round for Ambush here. It's pretty messy, but in the end, no one on Ambush goes down. That was a little bit strange, but, you know, sometimes that's what happens on a Desert Eagle buy like that. Barry sitting at 5 kills, is yet to die. Not a bad start. Ambush now. They're looking pretty poised here. They don't feel pressure to upgrade whatsoever, and I really can't blame them considering the Vikings don't really have much invested into this one either. Bird from Sky is going to go ahead, try to flash his teammates over towards mid. Dafu will have a smoke to play with as well, which will go out towards Palace here. And Vikings, they're going to go for a full A stack here. I don't really see this working out too tremendously, though, considering they didn't find a single kill. I mean, that was about as dominant as he could have gotten from Ambush here. Nothing working out from Vikings on that 3rd round, but now they'll have guns. Things are going to start getting interesting from here on out, I would imagine, considering we see a double up in play. Bird from Sky and Twin X both picking up the snipers here and both going towards A to connector, it seems. Interesting. Don't really have a lot of presence over towards mid. There's Twin X in the typical AWP position. Good reaction to those flash shots, but Barry, excuse me, is ready to support his teammates in all ways possible. Fesser goes down at the hands of Twin X with that AWP in hand. CK a little bit of damage as they're pushing out onto the B site here. Famlich, he's in for a tough time here, one of which he will not be up for the task for. Spray isn't very good from CK as well. So Ambush now sitting on the back foot will get eventually sniped down by those AWPs. And there are the frags that you need to start seeing from the Vikings here. They had a very slow start, but I mean, that's kind of a given considering 2 of their rounds were very minimal investments. Now that they started to get guns in their hands, it seems a little more rational for them, a little more normal for the Vikings. We have to see more rounds like that, though. And I don't think Ambush will be giving them many more second chances again. After we're seeing how they're doing on Nuke, I don't know, man. Fesser taking underpass control very early on here as TwinX tries to do the same for Apartments. CK is watching for any sort of pushes. I would imagine that he's going to go ahead, try to toss a few nades. He doesn't have a smoke in play, so maybe it would just be a Molotov or something like that. But this is an immediate hold up, I should say, from Ambush. So they're being very afraid to commit into pretty much anything here. Rounds has cleared out ladder room. Gives them a little more space. First kill will be on to CK here. Holding down T-spawn didn't work in his favor as Daffy is still able to punish it. But now window has been taken. More and more map control is a good story for Ambush. They're at a man disadvantage though. We've seen them do so well in these situations despite being sometimes, you know, multiple people down, and oh well, that's how it starts. Bird from Sky looking away at just the wrong time, nearly loses his life for it. Bomb is being rotated through T-spawn right now. I love this position from Cabby though. He could completely snuff out this push here. Dafu is also going to do his part, taking down Barry. 3 on 5 here, and not a lot of time either for them to work with here. This has gone from bad to worse in a moment's notice here. To see Ambush just get completely ambushed. Don't even take a point of damage, anyone on the Vikings. That's a good start from them. I say good start because Ambush, they're going to have one more buy in them, but it's not going to be the prettiest one in the world here. They have 2 MAC-10s. 3 AKs here. No Kriegs, no nothing. They're immediately going to try to bring up the pace here over towards mid now. Molotov though, towards connector. Pushing through will be Fesser with that MAC-10 that I was mentioning before. I don't even know where that flash came from. I think that might have been a team flash. Funnily enough. Confessor, I'm guessing that he doesn't have high expectations for his life. CK, what's that? That's quite the upgrade that you just got here. Drop to the AWP here. Like actually strikes back with a massive double as well. Makes it into 2-on-2. Again, it's not the prettiest, but this should be a winnable round by the Vikings here. This retake is still early here. They still have a lot of chance, but unfortunately, Bird from Sky's position is given away. Good shot through. Doesn't amount into anything here, and Dafu finds the necessary kill that they need here. Fesser is left alone here. Picked up a Molotov, so now he has that to work with as well. Fesser. Can't quite find the shot. Spots Dafu. Knows exactly where both of the CTs are playing right now, so he could pre-fire this. Again, that Molotov is still in play for them here. If he could toss it onto the bomb, that would be absolutely massive. No luck for you, though. Bird from Sky will defuse the bomb after Dafu gets the kill. Dafu was one of my players to watch, and well, it's kind of things like that that are exactly why. Ambush have been able to get the bomb down multiple times. And so they'll struggle to put a buy together here, but considering Barry has decided to force up into this, I suppose his team will as well. Immediately see a little bit of a strange scuffle going on here. Holy crap, TwinX, what is that position? You are ballsy, my man. As you see, he's bottom connector. I believe he jumped through a window to get there. That's crazy. Bird from CK is going to be watching from Bird for Sky's flank here. He's actually going to be granted the double. A-site completely cracked open, just like that. TwinX, now you have this job entirely on you here. CK going massive with the Galil. An $1,800 investment is working out perfectly as he picks up a triple. He's going to go ahead, be happy to upgrade to that AWP. And Vikings threw away that round. It's not that they had any sort of crazy favor, but the fact that they committed so many players over towards ramp, that is so strange to me. Now that the ESEA essentially belongs to the ambush side here, he will get bombed down very quickly and play around this post plant. Then, like, we'll find 1 kill for his trouble, down to 9 HP. Cabby strikes back with 1 as well. So I'm not sure if they want to go for this retake here. Fesser finds a frag, ruining all their chances here. And CK, he can just run away knowing that he was a big man there. He seriously did all the work for his team, and he's going to continue it. A quad kill from him. CK was absolutely massive for ambush there. That was unbelievable. Picks up a triple with the Galil, upgrades to an AWP, and finds a nice kill on exit. That's the sort of round you want to see if you're a fan of ambush here, which, again, they are favored in this matchup here. I believe it was 60-40 odds or something like that heading into this game, or perhaps even a little more severe, 65-35, something of the like. Either way, the fact that the Vikings have made it so close is already a good start, but they fell short on Nuke. They need to step up a Mirage here, or else they will be out of contention for the ESEA Advanced title. And that guaranteed spot in MDL here. Dafu opens things up. Fesser and Ral's both taken down here. CK pulled Magic off before, but he needs to try doing again. He has a Krieg to work with this time, a very powerful gun, but considering it's a 5v3, make it a 5v2, this is most likely a given for Vikings. It's hard to see any. What is going on? Barry misses a shot and turning around. Dafu gets a nice 180. Refresh alone. 1-on-5. The person you'd want in a clutch, but I don't think he's going to go for it here. They don't have a lot of money to work with. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a save come through. Yeah, they're going to be getting 1,900 in their pockets here. Rouse will be the only one maybe able to buy. I would imagine maybe he's just going to look for some utility. I don't know. Depends on how much damage Refresh can cause here as well. If they can get like some of those ops out of the hands of some of the CTs, that'd be nice, but Refresh doesn't even want to bother. The bomb is down over towards Palace. Refresh knows it. He's just going to be happy staying alive. And just like that, it's going to be all evened up here. 4-4 for Lyngby Vikings. Lyngby Vikings, not Lyngby. Lyngby Vikings. I'm not Danish. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a pause come through, because, I mean, these rounds have kind of gone back and forth right now. It's a little bit confusing, in all honesty, by ambush. I don't exactly know what they're going for sometimes. It seems that one round they're completely dominant, the next they're, you know, they don't even seem like the same team that was just, you know, crushing at 5 without dropping a single player. Both teams will be looking for their 5th. Daffy with a nice flash out. Allows Bird from Sky to get a nice angle towards the top of mid. He's going to be hungry for more here. Twin X over towards Underpass has found a kill. And I love this adjustment from the Vikings so far. Already made it a 4 versus 5 here. And on a minimal investment like this from Ambush here, they're going to be going for an execute, but it's already going to be relatively stunted just because they don't have a full 5 players here. Fesser forced to back up here. Bomb will be picked up in the hands of CK here. And Bird from Sky, he's made his way towards top mid. He finds the first without any trouble at all. But it's from here on out where things start getting interesting. A Molotov will go out towards him. Bird from Sky, I can't believe it. He actually gets a second one on exit. I'm surprised there's no flash from his teammates or anything of the sort. He gets out unscathed. Only a little bit of damage taken. And CK. They've grouped up together. Bomb in the hand of Rawls as CK is looking to entry into this one, but perfect jump spotting from FanLike will go ahead. Give them all the information that they need here. And again, this is most likely an impossible pass, an impossible order. And again, the Vikings don't drop a single player as they take the lead on Mirage. The game is still young and the night is as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Ambush start piecing something together. This most likely won't be the round that they do it though, as they're going to be stuck onto a few upgraded pistols, but that's about it here. Only Barry committing armor. They're just going to go for something fast here, most likely. It's important to keep in mind that bomb is down in T-spawn at the moment. Oh, are they going for a jump boost? Or, oh no, they're going for a boost over this in case they smoke it. I like that, but it's a little to the left where I think they need to aim. Zafu doing his part, trying to do a little bit of jump spying over towards ramp. He needs to do one more. There we are. That's some information given. That's going to initiate the push from ambush here. And only one rotate will be forced over. Cabby will open things up, find the first kill. That's on to Rouse, and the rest will fall like dominoes here as Bird from Sky actually doesn't get the second one that he needs. There we are. The follow-up shot does the job just fine, and Refresh will find one kill. But in the end, it's still going to be only 2 people dropping. And this is a lot more like the Vikings I like to see. I really enjoy this double op setup that Bird from Sky and TwinX are starting to bring out. It's an adjustment that we weren't seeing on Nuke too much. You only saw TwinX picking it up, if anyone. Ambush, they don't seem to be sold by these AWPs at all here. They're fine on their Galils, they're fine on their Kriegs, and their AKs. And TwinX, oh, he's playing with fire here, but man, what a nice shot. Threads the needle and takes down Refresh. Again, one of the big carries, in all honesty, of Ambush. Trades will come through, though, eventually favoring Lyngby. The point of that incendiary is for if there's a smoke going into window, it will extinguish it so he can get a one-way view. That's important to mention. A lot of teams like to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, the smoke didn't come out towards window, but no matter for TwinX, considering it still worked out fine. Man advantage in the favor of them. You don't get a one-way without that incendiary. If the smoke lands normally, I don't believe it does, no. Because if the smoke is right, it blocks off the view entirely. But I think if the Molotov goes through, extinguish it a bit early and allows them to get a peek on the right side. But speaking of peeks, oh my lord, Cabby, what a gorgeous shot. Finds one onto Rouse. He's up for a quad kill right now. I figured that he was almost out of it, but no refract comes through either. And it'll be up to Barry, excuse me. Yeah, no problem, Settle. That's something I thought as well, but eventually started seeing it getting used, and it was kind of interesting. Barry, he's going to upgrade to an AK and get the bomb in hand. It's interesting to note that he took the bomb, but then just decided to get away, run away with it. Except that he has time to rotate, but I guess he's just fine saving this AK. It'll be a 7th round for Vikings now. Counter-terrorists win. And it ends with a whimper. Not a bang. 7-4. The Vikings are starting to put up a pretty formidable CT side so far. It was way better than we're seeing on Nuke. But let's not even get started on that one. That was a complete disaster on the CT side. Looking a lot more rational though. It might be partially thanks to this double op setup that they're really favoring. It's interesting also to note that TwinX has completely given up mid here, and he's actually opting to go over towards the B site. Usually I would expect TwinX to, I mean, he's kind of roamed around a lot. We've seen him push through connector, we've seen him hold mid, now he's switching things up. These constant adjustments are exactly what I'm liking from the Vikings so far here, but they cannot stop right here. They can't get content, nor will they. Dafu finds a first. 4 versus 5 again in favor of the Vikings. And there's still over a minute to play with for ambush here, but this isn't a good run of form whatsoever. Bomb picked up. Fesser is in a good position perhaps to take care of any rotation, or a rotation that might come through window. He's gotten into a nice spot, but this A execute needs to be pretty magic. Go ahead and drag some rotations over. That's a gorgeous start! Refresh finds 2! That is almost perfect here as Fesser. That position's going to pay off in dividends, and wow, just like that here, thanks to some heroics from Refresh, that will be a guaranteed bomb plant. TwinX alone, 1-on-4. That was absolutely gorgeous. I love that. Such a heads-up play by them. Will force TwinX to save his AWP. TwinX knows it. He doesn't want to go for this here. The money, it's looking fine for the CTs here, but they have no reason to go for a very I mean, arguably unwinnable clutch like this. Seems like Vikings likes abandoning mid after the early round. See, Settler Justice Wagon, you're not wrong about that. That's been something that I've noticed as well. Bird from Sky, excuse me, seems to be giving it up very early on after a few, initial picks over towards mid. Once he gets pressured with some utility, it seems to be completely just like, you know, gone. I would like to see some sort of adjustment in, maybe Twin X pushing towards Cat or something like that, maybe jumping through window onto Cat, something like that. I think something interesting like that would really do them some favors. Next round up here, you see an immediate Cat smoke come through. Pretty standard mid take so far. As you see Bird from Sky. Set that. Oh, the aggressive Molotov shot nearly hits through the smoke. That could have been lethal and another good start for the Vikings, but again, that was another, the round previous was another round that the Vikings had a 4 versus 5 early on, but weren't able to win. Good smoke, good utility usage, honestly, that is pretty gorgeous. Forces Bird to give up his position and connector entirely here, and mid control completely belongs to the ambush right now. Jeez, I'm stumbling over my words. Just as much as ambush seemed to be stumbling over these rounds as of recent. However, it's still 5 versus 5. Still all quiet on the western front right now. Barry takes a few points of damage, but again, not enough to write home about. It's not the kill that they need. Fesser, though. Now that's some damage that you want to see. Twinx completely caught off guard. Cabby isn't watching his teammates back, but he's going to go ahead, keep his team in this one. He'll have some recovery of form. Swings around to get the second. On to refresh. Dafu will have his teammates back this time around. Barry. He's going to be the next one up here, but he's not looking in the right corner here. That scope doesn't matter. CK will get the frag nonetheless here, but I'm more interested in Cabby. He's gone massive so far with 2. Let's see if he can do a little bit more, though. Could potentially get an ace here. Bomb is actually knocking. It's actually getting planted, but they didn't check all the positions. What are they doing? It's an absolute nightmare for ambush here as they push super late into the site. They don't check all their angles, and it comes back to bite them right in the ass. That was huge thanks to Cabby, though, in particular. If ambush are going to talk about anything, it has to be how they didn't clear out. They didn't clear a default. That's one of those positions that you most definitely need to check, considering Cabby, he was there, a minute prior. He was just still holding down that position after he took down, Refresh and Fesser. This hasty play from ambush in the late round here, when they only have 20 seconds, seems to be coming back to haunt them. And it's something that needs changing, because at this point the Vikings have officially won the half. They can theoretically put together 10 rounds, though. That would be a very strong CT half, and we see that they don't seem to struggle too much on their T side, which is interesting considering that their coach is fetish. You would imagine it's the other way around, but their CT is looking pretty good so far. Refresh, interesting that he decides to use his smoke over towards mid. Perhaps to pull a fake of some sort, maybe keep Bird from Sky to stay at mid. And again, just like you were mentioning before, that is going to be mid control C's, but it seems it doesn't matter too much. Twinx still finds a kill, makes it a 5-on-3. All the action is happening towards A, and all the rotates are as well. As you see, Famlike is the only one remaining at the B site. Staying true to his job as an anchor. Ambush should be fine getting the bomb planted. There's 4 members waiting in CT. They are going to be in for a nasty surprise relatively soon here. But I can't count ambush out of this yet. This is like the most winnable post-plant situation I've seen from them in a while. I could actually see this being relatively lethal, especially given Refresh's position. Barry will be the first hand here and actually pick up 2 of them. Refresh looks away at just the wrong time, though, and that actually, again, might come back to haunt them here. They have 1 player pushing out towards jungle here. It's beginning to start ticking down, and things are starting to get scary here. They need to start tapping this bomb, and indeed they do, but they need to stick it as well. Refresh finds the first one, smokes, and gets the second one as well. Refresh keeps the dream alive for ambush here. perfect 1 versus 2 clutch and actually gets out alive as well. The bomb doesn't explode along with him. Now that is something gorgeous from Refresh here. That is why he was one of my players to watch. A gorgeous 1-on-2 clutch. I want to know how close that bomb was to being defused. That could have been scary. I like this though. Look at this. Twinx is going to be pushing up towards mid here. He's going to be granted 1, possibly 2nd. No, Burr from Sky will go ahead, steal the glory in that regard. Flashed completely, Twinx. Forced to rescind a little bit of space here. It's the last round of the half here. Vikings will work with everything they got here, but they already have something gorgeous going. Maybe made a little bit sweeter, because Refresh tagged down to 12 HP. Oh, but Twinx, he's so hungry for more here. He goes for an aggressive smoke. I'm a bit worried about this one. Yes, Refresh. Good angle playing by him. We'll go ahead, take out Twinx. No more destruction for him. Now things come to a standstill yet again. Dafu should be able to take care of Refresh without any problems whatsoever if he were to cross to the site, but the bomb is towards the opposing site. Dafu, thank God he played at 16/9. It's going to go ahead and grant you a free frag. CK, we're at the B site though. We'll go ahead, try to do the best for his team to get this bomb down. They're doing pretty damn good. They get 2 kills, make it 3. CK actually gets 1 through the wall. Make it a 4th as well. CK has just completely dominated some of these rounds, it feels like. Gorgeous stuff from him. Allows them to make this half competitive here. Ambush posting 7. And the Vikings on 8 here. It's not the perfect CT half. It's, you know, not the best scoreline, but it's a way better improvement than we saw on Nuke. This gives them something to work with. Vikings are definitely on the back foot here, and Ambush, now they're on the favored half. I'm a bit scared for the Vikings here, in all honesty. We've seen Ambush struggle on the CT side. But that was on a different map, different story, different day, different game. Whatever you want to say about it. We see CK choosing double flashes and a defuse kit in hand. And committing a bunch of people over towards B. Look at this, a triple B stack. This is a good read. I'm not sure if they've just been doing their research on these demos or something like that, but Vikings are just running right into their trap here. Rouse is the first face here, but I think he's going to go down without much of a holler whatsoever here. Refresh is striking back with a vengeance here. Finds 3 of them. He's searching for more, though, here, and he hasn't gone down. He's hungry for more. He gets a 4th, not the 5th, though. CK will close things out, steal the glory from Refresh, but my God, he was indomitable. It's rounds like that. I feel like it's just crazy plays from individual players on Ambush here. A few rounds ago, CK. This time it's Refresh here. Who's next that's going to pop off? We saw Rawls do it before. Fesser had his moments as well. And Barry, he's just a very solid player. He's not exactly the person I think of as this crazy fragger. But he's a vet. He knows all. Oh, nice run boost out by the Vikings here. I don't think it'll amount into much of anything, though, considering it's getting picked away at 1 by 1 here. Fesser will be boosting his teammate Refresh on top of the cat box here. Running through the smoke in a 1-hose warp and slay. All the frags are gone. Refresh is having a nice day. It's Christmas time for Refresh. He picks up another double. And just like that, Ambush have taken the lead. But the Vikings, now they have gun. They have guns in general, actually. Famlike is looking like a shadow of his former self on map number 2 here. Sitting at 5 and 11. Having a very slow start. But you don't always need to frag to be massive for your team here. Famlike pushing out here. Struggles to find a kill here. It's actually Rouse. Exactly what I was saying. Goes massive and finds 2. He's actually hungry for more, though. Considering 2 players on Lyngby Vikings are weak here, he could be absolutely massive. Oh my goodness. All the players on Vikings are so low right now. Refresh is actually stealing all the glory, though, and he actually finds a triple. Just like that, the push is stunted. The push is over. All my eyes were on Rawls there, but it was Refresh, the other R, who does all the work. Picks up a nice triple onto all the remaining low players on Lyngby Vikings, and a pause will come through. Refresh is topping the scoreboard at an immense 21-9. He had a crazy map 1, and he seems to be keeping his current form up just fine against this level of competition. It's important to keep in mind. Refresh, he is a very strong player, definitely has some tier 1 experience. I mean, he's showing that prowess right now. He doesn't seem to be struggling whatsoever. Lyngby Vikings, minimal investment into this one here. No armor committed, just a few upgrade pistols and a bit of utility here. Just judging by this setup right here, it looks like they want to go for a B execute real quick. Possibly just to try to get bombed down, something like that. Max loss bonus is in play, and that's a big factor. Refresh, who also has a Krieg, is also a big factor though, as he could easily take care of this push all by himself. I need to keep all eyes on him. CK finds the first, that's on to Twin X. Refresh. Shoulder peeks are good here. He takes a couple of shots, Cabby. He's careful not to peek his head too far, though. Meanwhile, Barry opens up with another one. Finally, Bird from Sky will retaliate with a kill. Make his voice heard. But right now, all these voices have been a whimper. Barry just comes in, immediately assassinates Cabby. And we're back into the same situation, different round here. Bird from Sky struggles. And same with Famlike. No luck for either of them here. It's a pretty, again, standard anti-eco round from Ambush here. They only drop one player. And it's these rounds like this that really kind of show you that, I mean, this is why Ambush have been able to keep it competitive, even if they drop a couple gun rounds here and there. Just the fact that they're able to win so many of these free throwaway rounds and keep a lot of players up and healthy while doing it as well, that's a very good sign. Very aggressive position. That flash actually might have saved his ass here. Twin X, oof, unfortunately still wins the duel. That's Beaker's advantage for you here. Rawls will strike back with one though. Open things up for both teams here as it's an even situation. Rawls actually gets another one before getting eliminated. Twin X on for a double right now. Hungry for more, looking for more, and the Knights are going to need it here. As Dafu pushes out, I would like to see some sort of flash play here, because in theory, Fesser could take care of this. They're playing a contact sort of round here, but they have utility to play with, and I'm kind of scared that they aren't using it in the way that I would. Fesser peeking out towards connector, finds one. Refresh will now move his position in accordance as well as the player comes up towards stairs. Refresh spots him. Doesn't try to take a shot towards it just yet though. Bird from Sky with a nice little bit of utility. Does a tiny bit of damage, but Bird from Sky, he's actually going to be able to get this bomb down. And surprisingly, without a whimper at all. Ambush are just going to immediately take down the two remaining players. Really, it was CK who got those last two kills, but that's pretty good stuff. Nice retake, clean retake from them. I'm just surprised that Lyngby got that bomb down whatsoever. They're going to be rewarded for it, though. They're going to have enough money to buy up into this one. But this is, again, one of those situations where you really need to win this round. If you don't win this round, you're going to be staring down the gun barrel of possibly losing this series, possibly losing your chance at ESEA Advance. Title, really, just ESEA Advance in general, really. Whoever loses this will go out, and the loser will advance to, or the winner will advance to losers finals, so lots on the line here. Rawls, good flash comes through here, but Cabby, unfortunately, despite being posted up, isn't ready to get the kill onto Rouse here. Molotov's coming through right onto Rouse's face right now, chasing for these frags. Ambush are still coming out on top. It's Fesser with two. He's hungry for more, though. He's sitting right past this Molotov, nearly gets a third, but eventually gets taken down. The two remaining Ts on the side of Lyngby Vikings are relatively weak, though. One goes down. It's up to Famlike. He's had a quiet game and will not show up yet. And again, ambush. They're winning everything at this point. They're starting to look a lot more flawless. They're looking like a well-oiled machine. And, I mean, when even your bottom fragger like Fesser is starting to pop off and get a nice double to completely snuff out the push from Vikings, I mean, that's a bad sign. Like, sure, you guys weren't favored to win this game in the first place, but losing in this fashion, losing 16-8 after such a competitive first map, it would be rough. Losing a map to like a crazy comeback mountain by your opposition, and then losing this one I mean, just by a complete stomp, like, it would hurt. Again, you can't count your chickens before they hatch, though, considering there's still rounds to be played here. There's still a chance for them to come back. Smoke will come through. First face will be Bird from Sky. Gets dropped. That's a bomb planter as well. Fesser actually spots one. That will be a nice nade right on top of the head of Dafu. Tags him down to 79. That puts him within one-shot range of that M4, and that could be relatively big here. CK posted up right next to Connector right now. Might be in for a nasty surprise if he stays here much longer. To trade him out will be, if anyone, Rouse. He's swinging over towards CT. CK finds the first one. Cabby is still there, though. Still playing. CK realizes it. He's still going to be posted up on the position. Good refrag from Cabby. Keeps things alive. Keeps the dream alive for now. It's made even more real. Another follow-up shot onto Fesser. It's a 3-on-3. It's an even situation now. And Rouse is in a very strong position still. That Molotov didn't quite extend far enough to make him burn alive here. Because of that, he might be awarded with a little bit of spam, but position given away, and just like that, it might be over. Refresh, popping through Connector. He's over towards Steve right now. Oh, he's going to be able to find the first and the second one as well. It's Spam like left alone. He finds a kill for his trouble here, but again, this is such a tough situation to be in, and it's a situation that he's not going to win. Again, it's Refresh. Unbelievable. He's winning every single duel he takes here. He is a smurfing on them right now. It's no problem from them whatsoever here, as he is sitting at 24-10. Absolutely disgusting game from him. The second high is the CK, who's also been making a very big name for himself. 22-12 on him. Really everyone on Ambush has been stepping up in their own way. Barry has been a very solid opper. Fesser, actually speaking of the AWP, will pick one up for himself. T's being very passive. They're expecting some sort of aggression from the CTs here, but unfortunately it's a wrong read. The bomb is over towards the B site. Famlike is just waiting. He's holding carefully. Again, this is another situation where things have come to a little bit of a standstill. Barry's in a very strong position right now. I like where he's aiming. It allows him to get a peek on a player through Connector, as well as have a nice reaction shot if they try to swing wide on him. And Famlike might just do it. Spots him. Doesn't quite hit the shot, unfortunately, though. His teammate will be there to back things up, though, but he goes down as well. Barry burns alive here, and wow, maybe Vikings do have a little bit of life left in them here as they continue to dominate on the B site. Bomb gets planted. It's a 3-on-2 retake here. This is a must-win round. A must-dominate round from Lyngby Vikings. They really cannot afford to drop many more people. Sure, that max loss bonus is in effect here, but you're going to need a lot of utility as well heading into coming rounds here. Ambush, they're going to actually, I think, are they going for this one? No, I don't. Okay, surely they're not. You can tell that even when Ambush are up 14-8 here, they have a lot of respect for some of these players. Ross will go down. But CK will remain with his M4 in hand. Or will he? He's taken a few shots that might be a bit dangerous. Oh, 2 players actually go down to the bomb. If CK can find this, he just walks out with his knife out. That was interesting. Even when the Vikings win a round, it's not without a few sad undertones, I guess is one way to put it. They end up only having 1 player remaining at the end of that ambush. They have plenty of money to buy into this. Money is no problem for them right now. However, if they lose this round, that's a different story. As they're pushing up. Oh, Barry, that aggressive op works magic for them here. Immediately finds a frag onto Bird from Sky. He's also been having a quiet game on his team, but really, he's just been having a quiet series in general. Hasn't been showing up too much. CK might be caught off guard here. It's Cabby. He's actually pushed his way through a connector. Rouse isn't watching for it, nor is CK. This could allow Cabby to get something interesting going. He's snuck his way into jungle. Oh, and he might have a perfect flank. This could be massive. He spots Barry as well. Be careful on the shot here. Oh my lord, are you kidding me, Barry? He gets the shot off. That's unbelievable. Cabby had everything going for him, but if that's not a perfect summary of what's been going on for Lyngby Vikings, I don't know what is. Oh, that has to hurt, and especially now that it's 5 versus 3, that could have been their chance to get back into the game. That could have been their chance to win this round at the minimum. Oh, but that is just absolute dominance to the very end, it seems. Lyngby Vikings are going to try pushing their way in towards A. First one spotted, and it's over. It's done. It's dusted. Ambush are on 15 here. In Lyngby Vikings, they have nothing to show for it. They have money, a little bit of it, sure. Bird from Sky is going to be able to buy up here, but everyone else are going to be forced onto scraps. We're going to be seeing Deagles, Mac-10s, Galils, AKs. It's all healthy, though, for the opposition. Ambush are looking perfect, primed to take this series. They haven't struggled in many ways so far, but when they have, it's been in the form of Twinx or Cabby going from aggression. No such luck for him this round here. CK will go ahead, possibly close things out. Be one of the final nails in the coffin here, and oh my lord, he's going for more here. He gets a triple! He's actually going for more right now. Struggles a little bit with the M4 towards the end there. Dafa will strike back with a kill, but he struggles for it in ambush. It ends with a whimper, not a bang here, as just they run over the Lyngby Vikings. Absolutely crazy plays from them towards the end of Mirage there. You have to respect it, but at the same time, you can't help but feel like Lyngby Vikings had a lot more of a chance theoretically in that game, especially on Nuke. Unfortunately, giving up that 11-4 lead that they had. It's a bittersweet feeling for the Vikings here. It must be all the berries that they were tasting. God, I still can't get over that shot Barry was. That shot that Barry hit was absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe he got that. We are going to go ahead and call it here. My name is Benito. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun. This is the earliest cast I've done. I struggled over my words a little bit, but I still hope it was fun to watch. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys very, very soon. And I hope you guys won your bets. If not, don't complain to me. Don't complain to the players. They're just playing their game. Have a good one. Hey, no problem, Timsy. Have a good night. Or a good day, wherever you are. Bye.